Every day is getting better. There's still a lot to do. There's still a lot of activities. Here in Venice alone, we have over 2,000 people working on the response right now. And there still are areas to clean. There's still oil on the water to pick up. And I just stress we're going to be here doing that until the job is completely done. And once that's done, we've got to focus on the restoration activities, and we're going to be here for a very, very long time. I know people are worried about that. Now that the well stopped flowing, will we pack up and go? And the answer is clearly no, we're not going to do that. Offshore, we continue to make progress. We're running the casing in the relief well just now. We'll be cementing that casing later on tonight and into tomorrow. We've got the equipment all hooked up to perform the static kill. And once we get the casing run and cemented, we'll actually perform that operation once we get also the go-ahead from Admiral Allen. And so right now the current forecast is we'll do that activity on Tuesday. After that, we still have to finish the relief well. We'll still have to go and intercept this well bore. That's on track for about the middle of August. Clearly we had some setback from Tropical Storm Bonnie. The use of dispersants, it's been a really important tool in the fight, but clearly it's created a lot of concern as well. Ourselves, EPA, NOAA, others have been taking samples in the water column. It's part of the protocols when we use these to see if there are any negative effects of these things, any issues about toxicity, for instance. I'll also remind you that we set up this Gulf Research Initiative, which is $500 million spent over a decade to look at the long-term impacts from the spill. So we'll have efforts there to not only look at the short term but the long term. And so we're going to keep doing that. We're going to keep doing that. Right now we haven't seen anything that causes that shows us to be concerned, but we're going to keep looking. We worked very, very closely in Unified Command, and that includes the Coast Guard, BP, people like the EPA, NOAA, other agencies, on what the right response was. And dispersants were only one tool. There were very, very rigorous protocols we had to follow. We had to apply for permission to apply them. It was based on surveillance data. The Federal On-Scene Coordinator, the Coast Guard, has to formally approve those. Some days they approved our request, other days they didn't, and they reduced our request. The EPA actually, as you know, asked us to try to do everything we could to minimize it. I think we reduced the volumes by almost, I think, over 70%, in fact. So I think we all worked hard to not use any more than we had to, but I would say it was a very effective tool in helping fight the spill. And these are all trade-offs, and one of the things we didn't want to see happen is you all reach the shoreline, and dispersants were effective in that.